2 out of 3 ain't bad, and this book has 2 out of 3 stories in here that are both pretty good. Now, the first one is the best one by far. The second one is still really good, and the third one's just kind of eh. So, what are the stories? Well, first, let's look at all these names up here. Holy moly, that's a lot of people working on one book, which it makes sense. There's multiple stories, so you have multiple creative teams working on it. Wow, that's amazing. Not really. Let's just get into this. Let's get into this because I can't wait to show you. I showed this on stream, but I can't wait to show it to you. What page do I want to show? Like, there's so much in here. If I could get away with it, I would just show you every dang page. We'll go with this one. So this first story is set when Wolverine is still like part of the Weapon X project. They put him out here to fight. I think it's the Wendigo, and it's number one, a phenomenal fight. Number two, look at all these panels. Earlier in the story, we actually have 16 panel grids on another 2-page spread. 16 panels, 16 panels. That is so many panels. Here we're doing something really weird. We have a 20-page or 20 panel layout over 2 pages with the middle being split like this. In the case of Something is Killing the Children, I gave that story a lot of flack for doing similar stuff of extending panels for no reason, but they're really trying to go for some kind of symmetrical thing here in the story. I wonder if this is the exact middle of the story and that's why they're doing it. It probably is. Hold on, let me count the pages real quick. Let me count the pages. Let's see. So we got like an opening splash page, then 1, 2, so that's 3 pages, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I think that these pages 4 and 5 are the exact middle of the story. So that's why they're doing this kind of mirrored, reflected thing. You can see it here. So you got like fighting, and it's pretty awesome stuff. And you got these little panels here. She's commenting about how it didn't seem fair, like when they used everything that wasn't a horrifying death monster to fight Logan. Over here, these guys are talking about the fight and that kind of stuff. And in between and all around, we've got the fight. It's great stuff. The black, white, and red color palette, very effective here, used for Wolverine. The subject matter is very Wolverine. This story gets at the heart of that great tragedy of Wolverine's life, where he went from being a dude with like bone claws to the Wolverine. You know what I'm saying? Later on, there's stuff like lots and lots of great discussion, uh, pontificating. I don't know what to call it. There's stuff in that the rest of that story in the last couple pages that just they hit heavy, man. I don't want to show you any of it. It's a great fight. It's a great story, harkening back to the early '90s. Super gritty, super Wolverine. This next story is also pretty Wolverine, but it's a different kind of Wolverine. So that one was like the animal. This is Wolverine the Spy. And it's a very awesome story. There's a lot of talking here over a lot of action. So there's like talking, there's spy shots. Nick Fury's mixed up in this. They fight a bunch of Hydra agents. Wolverine has got a secret mission. Like, there's just some great, great stuff here. The art's pretty good. It's not as good as the art in that previous section. Oh my gosh, that art in the previous section is just like, it's absolutely just mind melting. I love the way this looks. It is so freaking fantastic. Who did the art? Let's see. Adam Kubert did the art on that. That's probably why. I've never seen Adam Kubert not do amazing art. The art in this next section is by somebody whose name I don't recognize. It's still really good. The black, white, and red, very effective. And the spy story has, a very effective ending. Like, it ends in a way that makes you go, yeah, that was cool. I can't tell you what the scheme is. I can't tell you about what they're doing. I can just tell you, it was pretty cool. You should read the story for yourself. The last and least effective story is Wolverine's out. He hears some stuff. He hears a baby crying. He goes to investigate because he's got super hearing, man. See, Wolverine has 2 things. Okay, Wolverine's power set is essentially that feral dude, which means good hearing, good smelling, good eyesight, and he fights like a wild man. That's the Wolverine. The claws are strictly just a bonus. So he goes to investigate. He finds dead people. There's a little baby crying. He puts the baby in the only safe place because in the next page, what happens? You know exactly what happens. Wolverine starts putting his claws through people because dudes roll in to murder the occupants of the house who are already dead. So they're actually luring somebody else in to murder them, and instead they catch Wolverine. And Wolverine does what Wolverine does. And at the end of the story, you know, read it and find out. It is the least substantial. That first story was dealing with some like super heavy backstory for Wolverine. The second one was a great little spy thriller. The third one, in comparison, it's like eating a handful of popcorn. It's like, yeah, this is some pretty good crunch. And you know what? If you animated this and put it on TV, I'd probably watch it and go, man, that was a pretty fun episode. Look at all that action. But that's all it is it's some action without real meat on the bones. So it is the least of the stories, but it was still pretty good. $5, and I enjoyed the heck out of this. This is great. This might be the best Marvel comic Marvel's putting out. I say that not having read a lot of Marvel comics, but I don't read them because I know I'm not going to like them. Man, I keep seeing bits from like Venom and stuff, and just kind of like the book makes me want to roll my eyes. And if your comic book makes your customer want to roll their eyes, you're probably not publishing the book that your customer wants. Somebody must like that stuff because they keep making it and keep selling it, but I don't think I'm part of their target market anymore. Anyway, this is definitely a book aimed at me. It's very cool, very effective. To borrow Batman Beyond phrase, it's very shway. Take care of yourselves. Sure hope see you again next time. Until then, bye-bye.